Hey everybody, it's Vladimir here and I'm a certified Scrum Master. If you want to learn the most important characteristics of the Scrum Master role, you are in the right place. The knowledge you're about to gain here is aligned with the latest version of the Scrum Guide. That's because the purpose of my videos is to help you learn Scrum, but also help those of you who are preparing for the Professional Scrum Master Level 1 certification. I managed to pass the PSM1 exam with a score of 96.3%, and I'm gonna share with you what I believe would help you achieve the same or even better result. Of course, I cannot do that with one video only. That's why I'll be posting weekly videos on my channel. If you find them helpful, consider subscribing and turn on notifications. Now let's get down to business and take a look at the Scrum Master role. I will first introduce to you the official definition in the Scrum Guide, and then I will expand the concept so you can grasp them better. But if you're new to Scrum and you want to see the big picture, make sure you watch my video on what Scrum is. It's a 20-minute video. It's an overview of the entire framework. A link will appear on top of the screen. The Scrum Master is responsible for promoting and supporting Scrum as defined in the Scrum Guide. Scrum Masters do this by helping everyone understand Scrum theory, practices, rules, and values. The Scrum Master is a servant leader for the Scrum team. The Scrum Master helps those outside the Scrum team understand which of their interactions with the Scrum team are helpful and which aren't. The Scrum Master helps everyone change these interactions to maximize the value created by the Scrum team. Alright, all good so far, but let me ask you a question. Is the Scrum Master a project manager? The answer is no, he or she is not. But you already know that Scrum has only 3 roles: the Scrum Master, the Product Owner, and the Development Team. That's it, no team leaders, no project managers. Project management activities are being distributed among all members of the Scrum team. The Scrum Master does not manage people. He does not have the authority to hire or fire people or tell the developers what to work on or how to do it. No, the Scrum Master facilitates the process, the way the Scrum team works. There is a book I like very much, it's called Essential Scrum. The author calls this process authority. Scrum Masters make sure that everyone first understands and second applies the Scrum Framework in general and its practices, events, rules, and values. And of course, they do it in a civilized manner. That's why the Scrum Master is often considered to be a coach of the team. Next, the Scrum Master acts as a servant leader. This is a leadership style. Many leadership styles exist, such as authoritative, democratic, transformational leadership, and so on. But what is servant leadership all about? It is simple. It's about serving others. That's the main goal of the leader. The Scrum Master serves the product owner, the development team, and the whole organization. And to understand servant leadership even better, I've done a bit of research on the questions such leaders ask. I believe if we change the quality of our questions, we will get clearer and better answers, and as a result, we will improve the quality of our lives. When I say the questions, I want you to imagine the Scrum Master asking a member of the development team, "How can I help you? What do you need? What do you think is most important? How are you doing? Did I answer your question? What is your concern? Who do we need to speak to? How serious is the issue?" These and similar questions are what Scrum Masters ask. Again, the focus is on helping and serving. Next, the Scrum Master removes impediments. You can also hear the term impediment remover. What is an impediment? An impediment is an obstacle. It's a problem. Sometimes that goes beyond the self-organization of the development team. In fact, if you read Scrum books, you will discover that some authors consider an impediment only a problem that goes beyond the self-organizational capabilities of the team. But what about a conflict between team members? This affects the process. It impedes the progress. It does not matter if we call that an impediment or not. The Scrum Master should provide coaching, insights, and tools, depending on the conflict, of course, to help the team overcome the obstacle. And This is not easy. If people claim that to be a Scrum Master is easy, I strongly disagree. Next, the Scrum Master monitors and increases transparency. This is one of the pillars of Scrum. You already know that. It all starts with transparency. Scrum relies on transparency. The other two pillars that uphold Scrum are inspection and adaptation. A Scrum Master can detect incomplete transparency by inspecting the artifacts, sensing patterns, listening closely to what is being said, and detecting differences between expected and real results. What does that mean? Well, the Scrum Guide states that we make decisions based on the perceived value of the artifacts, the increment, the product backlog, and the sprint backlog. If the artifacts are incompletely transparent, we would make the wrong decisions. The value may decrease, and on the other hand, the risk may increase. If the artifacts are transparent, we will be making the right decisions to optimize value and control risk. Now, is being a Scrum Master a full-time job or a part-time job? The answer is it can be both. If you see a question, one person can be a Scrum Master in two Scrum teams developing two products, true or false? The correct answer here would be true. Most likely they want to test your understanding of the fact that the Scrum Master can be a part-time job. Can the Scrum Master and the product owner be the same person? Yes. Scrum does not prohibit that. However, it does not recommend it either. The reason? Conflict of interest. After all, these are two different roles with different characteristics, and in my opinion, it would be extremely hard to be objective when acting in both roles. Can a member of the development team be also a Scrum Master? Yes, but again, not recommended. As you will read in the Scrum Guide, the Scrum Master facilitates the Scrum events as requested or needed. Daily Scrum event. The Scrum Master ensures that the development team has the meeting, but the development team is responsible for conducting the daily Scrum. And daily Scrum is an internal meeting for the development team. If others are present, the Scrum Master ensures that they do not disrupt the meeting. Sprint review. The Scrum Master ensures that the event takes place and that attendees understand its purpose. And finally, sprint retrospective. The Scrum Master ensures that the meeting is positive and productive. The Scrum Master teaches all to keep it within the time box. The Scrum Master participates as a peer team member in the meeting from the accountability over the Scrum process. Okay, so far so good. Now I want to do a recap of the most important points. Feel free to watch this video again, or at least the recap that follows. The Scrum Master acts as a team coach and teacher. They manage not the people, but the process. They possess what's called process authority and make sure that everyone understands and enacts Scrum theory, values, rules, and practices. The Scrum Master is not a project manager. A project manager role does not exist in Scrum. They can work part-time as well as full-time. Scrum doesn't prohibit one person to act as a Scrum Master and a product owner, but it does not recommend it either. The same applies to Scrum Master and a member of the development team. The Scrum Master is a servant leader. That means the goal is to help and serve the development team, the product owner, and the organization. The Scrum Master removes impediments so the development team can work to their best velocity and be happy during the process. Artifact transparency is another responsibility of the Scrum Master. Transparency is one of the three pillars that uphold Scrum. The other two are inspection and adaptation. Without transparency, we would be making the wrong decisions. Scrum Masters facilitate events as requested or needed. He or she helps those outside the Scrum team understand which of their interactions with the Scrum team are helpful and which aren't. Now, if you're preparing for the professional Scrum Master Level 1 exam, or you just want to master the Scrum Framework, be sure to check out my online course called Scrum Master Certification Training and PSM1 Sample Exams. There you will find 3.5 hours of video content, 160 high-quality sample exam questions. Go ahead to the first link in the description to learn more. If you have found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a video, helping you master the Scrum Framework. My name is Vladimir Raykov. Thank you for watching and stay purposeful. I'll see you in the next one.